story time about the worst date that I've ever been on my entire life. In his car, he's not talking. He's literally not talking. I'm trying to make small talk. He's freaking weird. I'll say something. He'll say something weird in response. I can't even bring myself to fake laugh. Like, why'd you say that? Please take it back. So it's just really weird. And I asked him, I was like, can I see your phone so I can play some music? And he was like, yeah, here you go. He hands it to me. I get on his Apple Music. Every single playlist is named after me and has my picture as the cover picture. All of them. All of them. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I gonna get home today? I don't know. I really don't know anymore. So I act like I don't see it. And then he's like, did you see? Did you see my playlist? I was like, I saw him. Then he takes me go-kart racing. He wouldn't tell me where he was taking me. So I was like, he's gonna take me to the woods and kill me. Like, he's my stalker. Nah, he takes me go-karting, which is just a thing in itself. We get there, they're closed. So we sit in his car for 30 minutes till they open, which he's not talking until I get on my phone, right? Wrong. He starts looking over at my phone. He's like, who are you texting? Who are you talking to? Now, you don't know me. You don't know. I don't have to tell you who I'm talking to. And if I did tell him who I was talking to, he'd get all butthurt. What do you want me to say? I'm texting other boys. I'm texting my hoes right now. But if I said that, you get all butthurt. So maybe mind your own, huh? Then he takes me to Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. But also first date, really? Anyhow, we get there. He spills mild sauce all down his white hoodie. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, I'll get napkins. And he was like, no. He gets out of the car, slams the door, leaves me in there to eat my Taco Bell. So I'm just eating my Taco Bell while he's in the bathroom for like 15 minutes, cleaning himself up. He comes back out with a smudged round stain. He was like, I don't have another hoodie. And I was like, it's okay. Like, he's throwing a fit. And then he was like, wait, I might have a jacket in my backseat. So then he goes back, his trunk. He goes to his trunk, gets this winter coat, puts it on, gets back in the car. I was like, okay, great. And he puts his elbow in my nacho cheese sauce. And I was like, hey, you just put your elbow in my nacho cheese sauce. He was like, are you kidding me? Which I was just like, whoa. So then he goes inside, leaves me in his car to eat my Taco Bell again. I'm already done. By the time he comes back out and starts eating his food, I'm done. So he's just sitting there eating for 30 minutes. We're not talking. We're not. Can't be on my phone because he's a nosy little hoe bag. So then he's like, now I'm going to take you to Six Flags. What? We just went go-kart racing and then Taco Bell. Now Six Flags? Okay. So then we go to Six Flags and he pays to park. He pays $30. He's like, I can't believe I just paid $30 to park at Six Flags. You planned the date. Why are you yelling at me? So then we go into Six Flags. I don't want to be there. I'm trying to hint, like, I'm so tired. Like, I really just need a nap. Like, you picked me up so early this morning. I haven't been getting up till noon every day. He's not taking the hint. He's like, what if you just took a nap in this line and then by the time you woke up, we could go on the ride? He was so weird. And ugly. I'm sorry. That's not nice. It's real. I'm not being a mean girl. I mean a real girl here. So then we get in line for another ride. And who's behind me? Directly behind me, but 3 people from my school. 3. And so I tell him, I was like, hey, don't turn around. There's people from my school behind us, and I'm not really friends with them. And he was like, I'm going to stare at them. And I was like, no, you're not. Don't be a freak. And then he was like, I'm just going to stare at them until they get uncomfortable and look away. Which I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. What if I just shoot myself right now? I don't want to be seen with him. I don't need them thinking that we're together. Like, at most, they can think we're cousins. I'm trying to distance myself away from him. He's buddy right up next to me no matter how far I scoot away. I'm up against the rail and he's up on me. And I'm scared for my life. Then we finally get on the ride. Who are we sitting next to? But of course, those 3 people. There's no way they didn't see me with him. There's no way they didn't know we were on a date because he was so freaking touchy-feely with me. So then we go on another ride. He puts his hand out for me to hold. And I was like, I shove it in my pocket as fast as I can. And I was like, sorry, my hands are really cold. And then he was like, you don't have to make excuses. Obviously, I do. Obviously, you're making me make excuses, putting your hand out like I want to hold it or something. Then we go on this last ride. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do more than this. So we get on the ride. I have my back pushed against the wall so he can't put his arm around me because he's so close to me I can smell him, and it is not a good smell. So I was just like, he can't put his arm around me if he can't get his hand behind me. He tries his best. He starts going, ooh, he makes a breakthrough behind my back, has his arm around me. And I guess he could see by the look on my face, which I was just like, he was like, wait, is it okay if I put my arm around you? And I was like, well, it's already there. It's already there. You already did. What's the point asking now? So then finally I was just like, we get off this ride. I was like, I'm ready to go home. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Sorry. And he was like, well, I had a really nice dinner planned for us after this with your favorite food, chicken Alfredo. And I was like, it's not my favorite food. And he was like, your sister lied to me. She told me chicken Alfredo was your favorite food. He pulls out the messages. She was like, I don't know. She likes chicken Alfredo, kind of. He's arguing with me about how this is my favorite food. My sister didn't even say that was my favorite food. She said I liked it. And I was like, sorry, like, I just feel kind of sick and tired. Like, could you just take me home? He was like, well, my buddy isn't going to be home until 9 o'clock tonight. So I would just be alone at his house if you don't hang out with me longer. And I was like, not my monkeys, not my circus. Get in the car, and then he makes me get out of the car to take a picture with him. He parked all the way out in BFE. It's the longest walk. We're walking, we're not talking. We're not. So we get to his car, and he's like, can you get out and take a picture with me really fast? Which I'm like, why couldn't we take a picture in the car? But whatever. Take a picture. I'm literally like, because I cannot pretend to be happy when I'm not. I just can't. I can't. So we get back in the car, and he's like just staring at me, and I'm like trying to not look at him because I'm not trying to get kissed. And so I was like, I'll put my address in your phone right now. And so I do. And then he's just sitting there like, and I was like, drive. Take me home. Let's go. We get back up to my house and we get to my gate. And I get out, I hop out the car to get the gate. And I was like, you just leave me here. I'll walk back. Which I have a crazy long driveway. So like, you know I want it out of there. And he was like, no, that's so rude. I have to walk you up to your front door and meet your parents. I was like, my parents are home. They're not home. You can't meet them, sorry. And I didn't want him walking all the way up to my front door because, like, my bedroom door kind of is just, like, on the side of that house. And I was like, you can just park up next to my bedroom door so you don't have to walk. So he pulls up to my bedroom door, still gets outside of the car to walk me out, and gives me the world's longest hug, which is a stinky boy. He was a stinky boy. And then I pull away, and I was like, okay, bye. And he was like, wait. Like, and gives me like the, and I was like, drive safe. And I run inside to my bedroom. I'm like, great, I escaped. Wrong. He starts yelling my name from my bedroom. Jade! 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 Come back! And I was like, this isn't real. This isn't real. So I run into my mom's bedroom because she actually is home. And I was telling her, he's calling me nonstop, texting me like, Jade, come back, come back. And she was like, you probably left something in his car. I was like, I did not leave anything in that man's car. And I was like, he wants me to kiss him. Then he texts me, can I kiss you before I leave? I was like, I don't kiss on the first date. He was like, sorry for even asking. I'm sorry too. So I think he's gone. He goes up to my gate and acts like he can't open it. It's literally just a latch and you just push it open. And he was like, it's fine. I'll just wait here till your mama gets home and she can save me. I was like, no, sir, she won't. She won't save you. Please leave. And he was like, oh, I figured it out. Bye. So then I'm like, okay, great, I can ghost him. He's texting me paragraphs every day, being like, please don't ghost me, please don't ghost me. He's getting ghosted. I'm sorry.
Story time of how I walked in on my ex cheating on me on my birthday. Yes, my birthday. I waited years to make this video and I finally can, so let's just get into it. So I went to LSU and I was dating this football player. I was with this person for almost 3 years. My ex was a serial cheater. All you had to do was have a vagina and he was in there. But I didn't know this. So when we first got together, my delusional oh, he loves me. Best friend, he told me he loved me. Oh, he brought me Chick-fil-A. That's how it was. Like the first few months, I was on cloud 9. He had a lot of issues going on and there was a lot of red flags that should have made me leave him. But I was like, no, I gotta thug this out. I gotta be with this man. I didn't know about the cheating, but I did know about the meanness. He was very mean to me. But I noticed these little switch ups would happen out of nowhere. And ladies, I want to tell y'all, when a man does this, when a man flips his mood at you, when he starts being mean to you, that means he doesn't like you. That means he's looking for a reason to take out unnecessary emotion that has nothing to do with you. And 10 times out of 10, they're always going to make up a situation, pin out the littlest detail that you did. Maybe you use this makeup brush and not the other brush. Whatever it is, it's a randomizer to have an excuse to treat you the way they really want to treat you. But let's keep going. So time goes by. My birthday is March. The draft is April. I was doing everything for him and his family, his planning. He doesn't do anything for my birthday planning. But luckily, I already have a trip planned to go to Vegas with me and my girls. So the day of my birthday comes and we sitting in the bed. Bro not talking about no plans. I'm like, oh, we could go to New Orleans. Maybe we could go grab a drink. We could go on a cute dinner date. This LSU starting football player tells me that he don't got it. I said, don't got what? Time? He said, no money. So I'm like, okay, baby. He bought me a bottle of Crown Apple and I was downstairs watching Twilight by myself while he was upstairs playing the game. He hated me. But dealing with this man, I kept a lot of things to myself. He would go off on me, kept it to myself. Him snapping on me randomly, keep it to myself. He dealing with his mama, keeping it to myself. I cannot believe I had this kind of birthday, but thank God my flight was in a few hours so I could catch a flight to Vegas and have fun with my girls. He was at my house while I was away. But I noticed when I called him when I landed, when I'm checking in with him the next day, he would seem a little annoyed. He would seem very dry. So now Jenna's in kiss up mode. What did Jenna do wrong? Can we talk it out? What's going on? Girls and I was at dinner and I was scrolling on Twitter. I saw that LSU was having a family feud with Southern on LSU's campus. Everybody was going to be there. I'm like, okay, perfect. I sent him the flyer and he said, I'm not going to that. I remember asking him, why don't you want to go? Jenna, I'm done with you. I don't have to explain anything to you. And am I missing something right here? Am I missing? Is there a page I didn't flip? What the fart knuckles? When I tell you this man went off, me sending him a Twitter flyer resulted into us breaking up. Yes, we broke up. Next thing you know, I'm blocked. I texted my roommate. I said, hey, is old boy there? She said, nah, friend. And your key on your nightstand too. Mind you, this is our very first argument. I told y'all everything was good up until this point. So baffled at the fact that us breaking up came from me asking why he doesn't want to go to a college family feud. And if you know, you know, when you arguing with your man on your birthday, that whole birthday is over with. Come here. Ladies, I'm going to tell you two things. Men with low ego and low self-esteem and men who just want to control women, make sure to do their biggest one on a day that's just about them. Birthday celebration, a self-accomplishment. Whatever it is, he hates you and he doesn't respect you. He does that because on your day that's so big, he wants you to make him feel good. And you always make him feel good by saying, baby, why weren't you there? Baby, why are you asking like this? Don't fall for it. Run away. Swim away. Get off the flight. I come home. All his stuff is packed. My key is indeed on that nightstand. I'm calling both the phones. I'm kissing up to him. I'm trying to make him feel special. It's a long travel day. 12 a.m. at this point, baby. I get in my bed and I go to sleep until it's 6 a.m. in the morning. And I get waken up to a phone call from his mother. Jenna, where is blah? Where is blah? I can't contact him. He's not answering his phone. They're in the hospital. I'm like, he left. Jenna, please go to his house. Okay. I get out of the bed. I put one sock on one foot, a flip flop on the other, and I take off in my car and I head to his house. 6:15 in the morning at this time. All I could think of when I was in this car, I hope they're okay and I pray this man is home because what is really going on? He lived 15 minutes away from my college apartment, baby, but I got there in 6 minutes, okay? I'm driving, I'm passing up red lights. I turn the corner. I see a Mercedes Benz. Now, mind you, my ex had a roommate and that roommate had a girlfriend, and I know what both of those cars look like. Let's keep going. So I'm like, who's this? I'm like, oh, somebody working on the roof, because ain't no way. I park my car, and when I'm getting out my car, I see my ex's roommate's girlfriend walking out. And she looking at me, I'm looking at her, she looking at, and I'm not gonna say who it is. This was the day that girl became my best friend. She's a well-known woman, and y'all know her very well. I'm not gonna say her name, but if she comment, she comment. At this point, we having a stare off. I said, Billy, who car this is? She said, I thought that was your car. I said, oh, hell no. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, okay? She's in the garage walking out. I'm in the driveway walking up. As we're having this conversation and meeting each other, I get a ding ding on my phone. And it's him. This long paragraph. Jenna, I love you so much. I took a cold shower. I was tripping. I would love to go to Family Feud with you. I didn't even read the rest of the message. I said, who car this is? That was my first mistake. It was happening so fast. As soon as we met each other in the driveway, Pizza said, Jenna. And when she's saying that, I look behind her and it's a girl climbing out the window. Hot pink socks, big white t-shirt, and had my mother and bonnet on. My bonnet! I'm very well aware that my issue is with the guy, even though the girl didn't know, of what she did. So right then and there, boom, I'm trying to get into that house. Cause what the fart knuckles is going on? She climbed out the window to the door, and right when I got to the door, boom, slam. I was locked out. Y'all know what Pizza did? Mind you, Pizza is right there watching all this happen. And she's like, Jenna. I turn around, I'm in shock, panting like, what is going on? Who is this? Did he cheat on me? What is going, mind you, this is all happening in 15 seconds. We meet in the driveway, long paragraph. Whose car is this? Climbing out the window. Me get to the window, boom. Turn around to Pizza. I didn't even have to say nothing to her. She said, Jenna. She pulls out a hidden key. Boom. So then I walk in the door. Pizza take off. Ain't nobody supposed to know she had that key. I walk in. He's standing right there. The girl is right behind him in my bonnet. They both staring at me. I drop to the floor and I'm just crying and crying and crying. Why? This was so traumatizing for me. She had no clothes on and they both staring at me. I tell him, I'm here because somebody's in the hospital. Your blah, blah, blah is in the hospital. He's just silent. He's not saying nothing. He couldn't say nothing. He looking like this. Everywhere but me. My eyes is bloodshot red. My eyes feel like they're about to pop out of their sockets. Like, that's how hard I was crying. He's now in my face, pushing me into the garage. And I'm pushing him back. I'm like, I don't want that girl. Why would you? Why would you? He's saying, why what? Why what? What do you mean, why? And I'm like, what you mean? What do I mean, why? Are you crazy? I was shook. I'm screaming at him, I hate you. And if she was smart, she would hurry up and get in her car and drive off. Next thing you know, I heard her car skirt off. She probably didn't even grab her book bag. He was like, look, Jenna, I was living a double life. This isn't what I want. You and me, it's not what I want. It's not for me. All right. He thinks I'm about to hit him. But I place my finger on that garage door opener. I press it and I walk out. Y'all, mind you, I'm still on the phone with his mother. She is watching and hearing all this happen at this time. I'm in tears, trying to catch my breath, going to my car. Next thing you know, y'all, he comes out. He's staring at me in my window just like this. I can't even talk. I'm crying so hard. He opens my car door, not to hug me, not to say I'm sorry, but he opens my trunk so he could get the rest of his stuff. And he goes back in the house. His mother calls me, Jenna, what happened? I said, I just walked in on him cheating on me. I wipe my eyes. I go around the corner to see Pizza there waiting on me. She was supposed to be on her way to class in Lafayette, an hour and a half away, but she stayed there to make sure I was okay. She gets at her car door. She said, I know we don't talk much when we in this house, but here's a key. I made an extra one so you could have it in case you left your stuff or you want to go back to him. I'm not going to judge you, but I want you to have this. She said, I'm going to follow you to your apartment to make sure you're okay. And I'm going to hit the road, but you call me later. And here's my number. If she wants to comment, she could comment, but I was like, that, and y'all would never guess who it is. There's so much more to the story, like the girl knowing that I was the girlfriend and telling my friend and telling everybody in the student union that she just messed with so-and-so's boyfriend and he's a football team. It got back to me, but that's another story in itself. I know you guys love me and you're going to say, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you, but please believe a lot of healing has went on. Me experiencing that was part my fault because there was so many red flags that I should have paid attention to, but decided to stay anyway. This was more than 3 years ago. I'm good.
Story time about why I think my best friend may have been jealous of my sister. Well, actually, I don't think. I know she was. So, a little background information. My sister and I have always been close our entire life. All the way up until actually this friend came into my life, which was when I was like 12 or 13 years old. And my sister was like 2 years younger than us. So she was around 10. And this friend would usually always come over my house. And my dad did make us hang out with her sometimes, which I didn't really mind. I wasn't one of those sisters who's like, oh my God, I hate you. You're so annoying. But my best friend, on the other hand, she did not like this at all. Like, my sister was really her number one op for some reason. I didn't really know this. I just thought that they both didn't like each other, because if I would have known, I don't think that I would have kept this friend around as long as I did. So, situation number one. My friend and I were outside on my trampoline, and my dad told my sister that she should come out and hang out with us. So she came out, and we were all throwing water on each other on the trampoline and stuff. And my friend, who we're gonna call Jenna tells me that she has to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, cool. She goes inside and she uses the bathroom. Or so I thought. And I didn't realize that she took her cup with her, that we were all throwing the water on each other because we were using the hose outside. But she comes out and she throws a cup of water on my sister. Do you guys know where this is going? No? Well, I'm gonna tell you. My sister starts screaming and crying. So my dad runs outside and he's like, what the fuck happened? And my sister literally kept saying, it burns. So my dad goes over and he like feels the hose and shit like that over there to see if it was hot water coming out. So then my dad was like, which one of you threw the water on her? And I told him it was me because I didn't want my friend to get in trouble. So he went inside and he touched the faucet. And we had one of those really old sinks that was metal, so it was burning hot whenever he touched it. And he basically was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, blah blah blah. And he made me touch the sink and he held my hand there, which I know it seems abusive, but that was just the way that my parents parented, okay? But at this point, I'm looking at my friend like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you psycho bitch? So then whenever it's just us two, I ask her why she did it, and she was like, I promise I didn't know that it was the hot water, I was just trying to trick you guys. So then I told her that she needed to go and apologize to my sister. So she went and apologized, and my sister, being the nice little girl that she is, she made us all food after this. While we are all eating food, we were all making jokes about hippos or something like that. And then Jenna decides to be a douchebag to my sister, and I'm not gonna lie, I really did not think my best friend was this rude, so I wasn't picking up on this shit. I thought we were all just joking. He's like, yeah, if you don't stop eating, you're gonna turn into one, blah, 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 blah. Like, you should probably go on a diet, talking to my sister. And yeah, so that was situation number one. Now we're gonna fast forward a very long time later, because I don't have time to go over all the bullshit that happened in between then with her and my sister. So at this time, I'm 16 years old and my sister is 14. And Jenna comes over and she spends the night the one night. And this just so happens to be the night before homecoming. And Jenna was already a little pissed off before she came over my house because I told her that I couldn't do her makeup because I was going to be doing my sister's makeup. So later that day, after we got our nails done, we start getting ready and I start doing my sister's makeup when Jenna starts freaking the fuck out. And when I say freaking the fuck out, I mean like literally spazzing out on everybody, even my mom. And we're like, what's wrong? What's going on? Are you okay? And she's like, I know that Sydney took my fucking makeup. Sydney being my sister. And we're all just looking around like, what are you talking about? Like, one, my sister would have no reason to steal your makeup because I'm doing her fucking makeup. Make it make sense, okay? So my sister's like, I didn't touch her shit. And I'm like, Jenna, just look again. She's like, oh, so what? You guys think that I'm lying? Why would I make up a lie that your sister stole my shit? Wouldn't you think that I would have looked before accusing her? So my mom goes and she looks in Sydney's room to see if Jenna's makeup is there. And Jenna goes with her, and surprisingly, Jenna knew exactly where it was. And she was like, see, I told you that she took my shit. And my mom and I are just kind of looking at Sydney and then looking at each other because we know that Sydney wouldn't have done that. So it was just like really sus. So then literally the whole entire rest of the day, she would not stop bringing it up. She's like, I just still can't believe that your sister did that. And she started saying that she couldn't believe that my mom and I never said anything about it to my sister. Like, we didn't reprimand her. I was like, Jenna, I just don't know why she would steal your shit. She was like, well, I don't know, maybe she just didn't want me to be ready with you guys. Like, your sister has always disliked me. Girl, you basically threw boiling water on her when she was 10. I wouldn't fucking like you either. Then fast forward a few months later, we all got drunk and we were playing Truth or Dare, and I asked her, did my sister really steal your shit? She said no. I asked her, why did you lie? She was like, I was pissed off that you were doing your sister's makeup instead of mine, and I'm your best friend, so I felt like you should have been doing my makeup and not hers. Yeah. Now fast forward to the last thing that really just was the straw that broke the camel's back, like the 13th reason on why I cut this bitch off. So fast forward right to before my 21st birthday. I had came up with a plan to sneak my sister into the club using my old ID so that way she could celebrate my birthday with me. But it ended up being a huge disaster. My sister ended up getting way too drunk. We got kicked out. The police got involved. They found out that I let her use my ID. Thankfully, they let us off the hook because it was my 21st birthday. And I came up with some sob story about how I wasn't going to see my sister for like the next year or something, blah, blah, blah. But the whole rest of that night, my sister and I were arguing so bad. And I don't know why this whole thing lasted for so long, but we ended up not speaking for like 2 months. And I would vent to Jenna about it, but every time that I did, she would come up with 20 million reasons on why I should not be talking to my sister after that again. Like, she would literally get me all riled up. She would be like, she didn't care that if you had a good birthday or not. She made it all about her. And when she would say these things, I would be like, you're right. She did make it all about her. She doesn't care about me. Blah, 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 blah. And then she would always say things like, at least you have me. I would never do that to you. It's okay. I can be your new sister. Like, girl, bye. We did not come out the same coochie, okay? You're not my sister. So finally, my sister and I decide that we need to talk. And I didn't tell Jenna about this until after it happened because I did not need her putting her 2 cents in. So, you know, we talk, we squash the beef. And I was not in a rush to tell Jenna that her and I talked because I already knew that Jenna was going to go psychotic. So later on, whenever Jenna calls me that night and she asks me what I did that day, I'm like, oh, you know, I went to breakfast and I talked to Sydney. And y'all, you would have thought that I just told her that I sold her firstborn child or something with the look that she fucking gave me. She was like, what? And I'm like, I decided to talk to my sister. And then she was like, oh, how did that go? And I was like, it actually went pretty well. You know, we talked and things are good between us. And then she goes, oh, well, that's good, I guess. Like, girl, why aren't you happy for me? Why aren't you happy for me? You hating ass bitch. I didn't say that. But I was like, yeah, honestly, I'm just like so tired of the drama. And she was like, well, there wouldn't be any drama if you just didn't talk to her. Like, girl, we have the same mom and dad. So then she's like, well, I just don't think that you would talk to me if I did that to you. And I'm like, honestly, probably not. She was like, oh, so you would forgive her, but not me. Like, I've been there for you through way more shit, and this, that, and the next. And then I told her, I'm like, my sister's 2 years younger than us. I should not have been mad at her for the way that she acted on my birthday, because she's not even 21. She's not even able to handle her liquor. Like, she's not old enough. That was a me problem. I did that to myself. And if you do that, there's just no fucking excuses, period. You don't get an out. You don't get an excuse, girl. So then she hangs up the phone on me and she doesn't talk to me. Which, to be honest, I really didn't care because I was really put off by the whole conversation, and yeah. But then I wake up the next day to my sister sending me screenshots of messages that she got from Jenna that night. Jenna was telling her that she needed to go and herself, and that I hated her. I never liked her. I always liked Jenna more than I liked her. And I didn't know that Jenna was screen recording some of our conversations on FaceTime, but she was. Whenever I was venting about Sydney after that whole situation happened, I was saying stuff like, oh my god, she's so fucking annoying. Why does she have to do this all the time? All I wanted was one night where I could have fun. And of course, she has to do some dumb shit. And something that my sister had told me not to tell anybody, but I told her because she was my best friend, was that my sister was dating this guy, okay? And he was sleeping around with other people. And he gave her herpes. Yeah. She also sent screenshots of that conversation because I had texted Jenna and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for my sister. The guy that she was sleeping with cheated on her and now she's... So she sent a screenshot of that conversation to Sydney. So then Sydney goes off on me. I don't blame her. And my sister had just started talking to this new guy and she hadn't told him about her problem yet because they hadn't, you know, done it. But there wasn't really a need for her to do it anyways because Jenna took it upon herself to tell him. Not only did she tell him, but she also posted it on her Snapchat story and her Instagram story. After this, I told Jenna that I was never going to speak to her ever again, and then she was like, why? You've talked to your sister and she's done worse things to you. And I'm just like, bitch, are you dumb? Like, genuinely, are you fucking stupid? Oh, and no surprise, my sister didn't talk to me for a little while after this as well. Completely understandable. I deserve that. So yeah, it's like really weird. Still to this day, she blows up my phone asking me why I won't be friends with her. And it's just like, girl, you have problems, okay? Like, I literally remember her asking me one time if it was her or my sister dying in a fire, which one of them I would save first.
Am I in the wrong for refusing to give my coworker their office back now that work from home has been canceled? Back in 2023, a woman, Jen, in my building left for maternity leave. After having her child, Jen took advantage of her company's work from home program, which left her office open. I placed in a request for this space with my manager and was given the go, so I got to leave my crappy cubicle for my very own private office. My employer has announced that work from home will end this month. All employees are to be back in office. Yeah, that sucks, I know. Yesterday, Work from home employees came in for tours and desk assignments. When Jen saw that I was in her office, she became agitated and asked if I'd be leaving so that she could take back over. I told her flatly that I had no intent to give up the office. Jen spoke with the manager about this, and management's immediate decision was that I was under no obligation to move out of the office. I was approached and asked if I had any interest in returning to a cubicle. I said no, and there was no follow-up from my manager or HR as they both see the matter closed. Now, just a day later, I'm getting a sting from coworkers who think I'm punishing Jen for something outside her control. Jen has also emailed me, asking me to reconsider the position she's in, and that she's already been punished by the company by being compelled to return to the building, and asking me to consider her feelings. Sincerely, I definitely understand how much this sucks for her and everyone else being forced to come back, but I like having my own office. I have a lot of stuff in here that I'd otherwise have to carry back home. I'd be giving up the privacy that I've become adjusted to, and if I'm being honest, I enjoy actually having a nice window to look out and none of the noise from the cubicles. So, am I in the wrong here?